Young psychopaths. How does it happen? When does it start? Why does it happen? Why does it start? You know, kids, the brain is not functioned all the way. But when kids commit crimes, my thing is that, because I don't do a lot of kid cases, like kid killer cases, but when I do, I try to be respectful. Let's think about it now. Yeah, the brain is not developed. People always say that, but still, kids know right from wrong. Kids, teenagers, toddlers, you're raised that way, especially if you're raised the right way. When does accountability comes to play? When a teenager assaults like somebody that's older. Do you have sympathy for these people? Because let's say the brain is not developed, but they know right from wrong. You always got two, unfortunately, with crime, you will forever have two sides to a story. Some people might not believe that what he did is, they were like, okay, look at the way he was raised. If he was raised bad, this person, or his brain's not fully developed, but at the same time, you'd be like, he's a psychopath. He needs to go away. But I don't know. It's like you will forever have two sides because some people believe that kids don't know fully because their brain is not developed. But on the other hand, some people might be like, these are killers in the making and you need to stop it and put them away for life now. Ugh, it's weird because it's like, I believe that everybody knows right from wrong. And if you do something wrong, you should pay the consequences. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Before I get into this, let me hurry up say something real quick. I posted some on Facebook because, and I don't even really use Facebook, so that was saying something. I wanted to post in this true crime group chat thing because I was curious about what people think, and I got some responses. I saw some on the news, and I was like, okay, this TikTok girl, is it Allie Ray? The girl who unplugged the monitor in her baby's, like, in the NICU. I was like, oh my god, that's freaking crazy that the baby died. But they was like, no, the baby did not die, but I know the baby has heart issues. Why would you do that? So the reason the people were saying it in the comments, I was like, okay, what's going on? This one girl said she unplugged it, but it wasn't to harm, it didn't harm the baby. What she unplugged was not going to harm the child. First of all, how would you know that? How would she know that? Did somebody say, no, that's not the point. It's the point that you don't touch anything in there. And somebody was like, yeah, I'm a nurse and they would never tell you to do that. And somebody else was explaining it that she did this because she was trying to get the nurse's attention so she can go get a sandwich, and she recorded it all. Are you kidding me? Yo, I did a post and I was talking about this. It's just like you have these idiotic people who do stuff like this and think it's funny, but it's like, no, your child is in there for a reason. That's a scary situation to be like, have a child in that room. So it's like, why would you do that? You disgusting. Do I want to call her a piece of trash? Yeah, I really do. But it's like, you idiot. Like, that's not funny. And the fact that they do all this stuff for views is crazy. I don't get into the world of like TikTok people, and I did on when I was recording reacting to like T-Spill and stuff, but I don't care for like influencers on like TikTok and stuff, so I don't. But this is a child, and this is a child that's in the NICU and literally is on monitors. Why would you unplug anything? Oh my god, like, how slow can you be? That's not even funny. You don't know what that stuff go to. But anyways, y'all, I could talk about that. Y'all didn't get mad. Anyways, we are talking about a boy who raped a 91-year-old woman, 14-year-old boy from Florida. Whew, okay. So I wanted to watch this because they had the interrogation video on Law and Crime. Now, I remember seeing this on the website. It was on my list. I just never got to it. But this is him admitting it. And guess what's crazy, y'all? He was raised by his grandmother. That's even more frightening. Oh my God. Is it like, was he trying to... I don't know. But this is very scary. It's very shocking. 14-year-old? Like, oh my God. What was going through his head? Why would you do that? That's disgusting. That's like, ugh. Okay, anyways. We're gonna get into it because I want to go to the comments first. Let's get into it. Okay, y'all. So let me go down here real quick. Look at this. So you got, this is what people are saying. 91 years on Earth, and this nasty creep ruins your last day. So ain't that the truth? Meanwhile, me at 14 trying to see if I could balance, like, okay. Don't let him out. The guy is deeply disturbed. This is wild. I'm 17 and I've never had a thought like this come to mind when I'm socializing with my elders. This is sick. He deserves to be under jail. Being raised by a grandma and he chose to target and violate a 91-year-old woman. The fact that he showed no emotion, okay, it says a lot. If you could hurt kids, elderly, or animals, it should be life in prison. He beat her as well. He is a sick loser. Hurt a 91-year-old woman is another type of evil. Your DNA was, okay, I guess that's what they're gonna say. His DNA was under her underwear. Oh my God, that is really gross. Ew. People used to get mad at us when we were 14 for skateboarding. It turns out we were normal. Thank goodness the grandma's holding him accountable. Okay, look at this last one. If he's capable of that at 14, imagine what he will be capable of as an adult. He is an animal. So I wanted to show this because it's showing you how people have, they don't care. They have no remorse for this stuff. It's like, good. Good. I like to see it. You hold this stuff accountable, but you'd be like, why would you do something like this? And we're going to watch them. And since he's 14, this is a forensic interview. If you don't know what that is, they have to put you in a room and you'll see toys over there because little kids go in there because this is how they get them to talk. They get them while they're playing toys. This little boy isn't playing with toys, mind you. He's on the couch, but you'll see toys back there and kids, they play with toys. And, because they act out stuff and they talk. So that's what they're doing. It's not a normal interview. They're trying to make them comfortable so they can talk and tell them what happened. I learned that in my my crime case study class. But yeah, it's just, why would you do that? This is a 91-year-old woman. I wanted to watch this, y'all, because I just wanted to be like 14. What goes through the mind? So let's get into it again. I'm gonna go and play it.
I said, do you want to be the Randy John that tells the truth, the Randy John that cares about? Because I know you are.
Detectives press a 14-year-old boy for the truth in front of his grandmother as they question him about whether he sexually assaulted a 91-year-old woman.
She deserves the truth to be told, and you know it.
Welcome to Crime Fix. I'm Anjanette Levy. This is a really disturbing case. Last June, Jesse Stone, he was a 14-year-old boy in Reddick, Florida, who was living with his grandparents and going to summer school. Now he's likely going to prison for a very long time. Body camera footage from the early morning hours of June 9th, 2024 shows Marion County Sheriff's deputies at a 91-year-old woman's home after she'd called to say she'd been sexually assaulted.
Okay, I'm up here in Reddick. I'm at a house. A 91-year-old lady calls in saying she was just raped. We get on scene. She's beat up really bad.
Now, it was late at night.
And just think about that. It's dark, late at night, and you got this boy outside roaming around trying to find somebody to attack. Psychopath, yeah, level, yeah, that's creepy. Like, why would you do this? I'm so confused. Let me let it play.
And this was a terrifying call. Who would do this to a 91-year-old woman? Deputies started walking the property looking for clues or someone possibly hiding.
There.
We'll just get some tape. We'll lock down the house. Once he shoots out, we'll wrap it up. Okay. To our crime scene. I got evidence coming, major crimes coming. K9's coming, one's coming.
Who do you want to go with her to the hospital?
I don't care, as long as someone goes. I mean, if you talk...
Are you able to find him? The dogs find
Now, this
people.
is a very, very serious case, so it was all hands on deck. The rest of the neighborhood could be in danger with a rapist on the loose.
So she saw a shadow approaching her, and all of a sudden he just started, like, wailing on her. She's significantly injured in her face and got a big gash on her arm. She's 91 years old. So she says that the guy sounded Hispanic and he was telling her to be still and penetrated her with his fingers. And she said that he felt like he was not erect, but maybe trying to be. She said it lasted about 15,
That's her?
Yeah.
Yeah, she says he never took off his pants.
She said he never took off his pants, and it lasted about 15-20 minutes, and he left about 5 to 10 minutes prior to us going 97.
Now, 97 is part of a police code, meaning that...
Oh, yeah, that was ill. Just to think that a kid could do that. Oh my God. I'm talking about, what was he watching? This is stuff you got to be looking at now too, and you'd be like, what was he watching? Like, what was he? Unfortunately, I'm about to say inspired by, because like, why would he do this? And that's the big question of this all.
Have arrived at a call.
Crazy.
Collecting and preserving evidence is, of course, going to be very important in this case, and it appears plenty.
Yeah, my son lives here. My daughter and son-in-law are down here from West Virginia.
And I'm about to get to the interview, you guys.
I didn't see nothing, and they can't come through my yard. Them two are out.
Sure.
Unless they jump fences. So.
Okay.
Absolutely terrifying. According to court documents, the woman said when the defendant jumped or pounced on top of her, she began to fight him by trying to push him off. Then he struck her face with his fists. Now keep in mind, as I told you, this is a 91-year-old woman laying in her bed in her own home. She told detectives she told the attacker to get off of her. Then she repeatedly prayed, "Dear God, please help me." And the defendant told her to shut up, shut up. Next, the victim said her underwear was torn off and she ended up face down and she was sexually assaulted. But then it stopped and the man left. During the investigation, detectives had encountered a 14-year-old boy named Jesse Stone in the neighborhood. They noticed a red stain on his clothes and asked to get a swab. His grandmother consented to that and him giving a DNA sample. Then 8 days after the sexual assault, detectives received the results that showed that Jesse Stone's DNA was left on the 91-year-old victim. They brought Jesse Stone into the sheriff's office in handcuffs. They sat him in a room by himself for quite a while.
Man, you doing all right? You need anything? All right, Jesse, I'm Ryan, and we're gonna come in here and talk to you just a little bit, okay? We're waiting for your mom to get over here, just so we can all be here and talk and figure out what's going on, all right? Okay. You sure you don't want water or anything? Okay. If you need something, just give the door a little knock, all right? Okay.
Jesse is in this room for more than 2 hours, and eventually they give him a blanket. It was likely very cold in that room with the AC on. It is Florida.
The fact that he can even smile and smirk after all that says a lot too. Everything is saying a lot. You know, he's a preteen. Let me not say kid. He's a preteen. He did, anybody can commit a crime. And it's what's the word? Shocking to know that, you know, I always find it weird when I see like the interrogation stuff, or when they're waiting, you see people, man, like you can look at their manners and he's just looking so normal, just like you know you did something wrong. Okay.
In June, after all. They moved Jesse Stone later to an interview room, and his grandma, who's raising him, shows up.
Jesse, I'm going to ask you some questions. It might seem a little bit weird, but this is just to help me understand and to make sure that I'm on the same page as you. So, do you understand the difference between a truth and a lie?
Yes.
Okay, so tell me what the truth means to you.
The truth is what actually happened.
Okay. And what's a lie mean?
Something that's made up or not true.
Okay.
The detectives read Jesse his rights, and they ask him about being out in the neighborhood the night that the woman was assaulted.
Do you remember that night? So when I showed you that video of you walking, so that would have been late Saturday night.
Yes.
Do you remember everything that you did that night?
Yeah, I couldn't go to sleep, so I got up and I headed down the road to watch the cars that are coming from the concert. I've watched them, the cars looking for modified vehicles for a while, and then I went walking across the street for, I'm guessing, an hour before I came back to my house.
So you heard there that the detectives had seen Jesse Stone on video in the neighborhood. They'd also met him in the neighborhood. Then Jesse Stone talked about seeing the victim hours before she was attacked. It was something the victim had already told the detectives, that the boy she knew as Randy John had stopped by.
Where was she at?
On the front porch, sitting in her rocking chair in front of the door.
Okay, gotcha. So what was the last time, like, before then, when you had seen her, or I guess talked with her, like, kind of like you did that day?
The last time I'd seen her before that was probably about, I want to say, a week and a half before she was...
I can't fathom and understand how people, kids, anybody who attack, rape, like sexual assault kids, just murder anybody, how they act so normal in the interrogation room. I don't understand. Now, I know they're trying to make him comfortable to get him to talk. I just don't understand the suspects. It's like, how can you act so normal after this? That is like, you know, definitely born, not even born. He was soon to be rapist, serial rapist, probably. I'm like, especially when they start out young. I seen so much freaking crime, geez, especially with kids. I'm talking about like true crime, watch documentaries, heard them. Stephanie Sue podcast, my favorite. I heard so much, and they just be like killers. You could tell they're gonna be some killers. It's scary. God, I don't want kids.
Driving down the road from like church or something,
Oh, okay.
and she just stopped and said hi real quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, do you remember the last time, like, my understanding when we spoke the first time, and correct me if I got this wrong, that when you were younger, you used to go over and talk with her quite a bit.
Yeah, I'd go
She
over,
knew
talk,
him?
help her.
The detectives then asked Jesse Stone whether he had ever been in certain parts of the victim's home. And this leads to their big gotcha moment in this long exchange.
So she's never asked for your help to do those types of like household chores, or like laundry or whatever. Okay.
No, I've helped with the laundry machine, but not to do laundry.
Not like you've never done her laundry for her bed sheets or anything like that.
No.
You've never like taken a nap or slept in any of her bedrooms or anything like that.
No.
Okay. Do you remember if you've ever been in any of those bedrooms?
No.
No.
No. I've never been in any room other than the living room, kitchen, the bathroom.
Okay. Well, Randy Dunn.
Say it.
I think you probably know that I wouldn't ask that question unless I had a reason to.
Okay.
So, I'm just going to be honest with you because, I mean, I feel like you've been mostly honest with me. And I know your mom's been honest with me. Is it okay if I call you his mom? Yeah. Guardian? Okay. I don't mean to.
I'll be looking just like this at him.
But when I came over to you on, I think that was Sunday, and I was asking you about your clothes and the video and such, and I explained that I wanted to get your DNA because I knew that you had been over there before because you mentioned, like you told us, that you're, at the very least, there would be evidence of you being in the porch.
Yeah.
Right? So I went and met with your mom, and you guys signed a consent form, and we got your DNA. Okay. So we sent your DNA and the sex kit up to the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, who does testing and stuff like that.
Okay.
Okay, is there any reason at all that your DNA would be on her clothes?
Yeah, we hug. When I said goodbye to her, we hugged, like a slight hug.
Okay.
That's.
Let me be a little bit more specific. Your DNA was on her underwear.
What?
And so I want you to really use this time here to be honest with me about what happened that night, because I think that we know what happened, and I think that your mom knows what happened because she also wrote down a list of times that you went in and out of the house that night, to include the time that the call came in. And I think you probably know that you wouldn't be in here unless we had a good reason to put you in.
I don't see. What?
It's not about see, Randy John. It's truth.
Yeah, truth. It's impossible for my DNA to be on her underwear.
That's what we like to think.
I'm talking about he must have watched like some freaking documentaries or something to try to like get over on them. It's crazy. I went to the comments again, y'all, before because I had to take a quick break, and people were saying the same thing. It was like, I'm just so surprised of how he can try to act normal after doing this nasty thing. And I swear I'm the same way. I'm thinking now. I'm like, how? And I'm like, he's trying to look so normal, and it's not working. They already know everything. It's just crazy. Like, I feel like these teens and these kids be thinking just because they kill somebody or attack or rape somebody, they be thinking they can get away with it, which they cannot. It's like, and somebody pointed out something which I ain't to think about. They was like, if he did that to the grandma and he was raised by a grandma, what does that mean? And everybody under there, because it was like a big thread under this video, they was like, the grandma was so next, or he was probably trying to rape her. I'm like, could be. There's some sick stuff like that when you really think about it. Like, it's reasons why they pick certain people, or he picked her because she was like vulnerable and he knew she was alone, nobody could hear her. It's dark, like I don't know. It's just,
But that stuff doesn't lie. That stuff doesn't get made up. Sometimes the truth can be hard. You seem like a really good guy, man. You seem like you got a good head on your shoulders. You make connections with people that need help. You go out there and you help other people. And there's people out there sometimes that make mistakes.
I'm gonna come over here and I want to make sure.
That doesn't make you a bad person for making a mistake.
The detective then lays out photos of the victim, showing Jessie Stone what had been done to her.
But we just need to understand, like, who is Randy John, man? Because I don't. And we don't think that that was the intention. But we need to understand what happened, man.
He's also pinching himself. I'm over here looking at him the whole time. I'm literally like analyzing it. He's pinching himself. Is something you do when you were nervous, you know, when you don't know. I know that tactic. It's so interesting. Let's just play.
Randy, I want to be real clear with you. We know what happened. What I want to hear from your own words, everything that went on that night. God. Holy cow.
You got his brain off seeing it.
Randy, help us understand, man.
Randy, look at me for a second. You did this exact same thing when I asked you about you walking down the road or jogging down the road at 11 o'clock. And you did the whole, I don't remember, and I was like, and you finally admitted to it. And I think this is the exact same thing. I know what happened. And it's only going to help you for you to be honest with me about what happened. Because like I said, we know what happened because we have your DNA at the crime scene.
Like you said, it's not like we're talking about a sweater that it was found on. It's in this elderly woman's underwear.
Sorry, y'all. I'm like wide-eyed over here because I'm just so shocked.
What are you thinking, man? We're putting everything out here and you're kind of just looking at all this, man. I know it might be a shock, but what are you thinking?
I'm overly confused.
What are you confused about?
I wasn't even near her house. I was across the street.
Let me get this out. And it's only, I'm laughing because it's so crazy. And to me, it's just mind-boggling. You know, even with DNA, they still don't. Well, he understands. He's just playing dumb, obviously. But it's crazy because it's like, how? After all this DNA in her underwear, you can't, like, come on. There's no excuse you can even say for that. And the fact that he's still playing dumb is so funny to me. Dude, you're gone. And he ain't going to prison. They're gonna, I doubt they're gonna give him, you know, the little juvenile place until he's 18, and I hope they take him to prison after that. This happened in November 2024, mind you.
A whole hour? You were gone.
Yeah. I said I was gone for about an hour.
The detectives leave the room, and Randy John is left with his grandmother.
Mom, I don't know if you want to have a couple minutes to talk with your son.
I wouldn't even know what to say with him. I'll say to him, be like,
long and hard.
I don't know.
About everything that happened. And I want to do this, listen, more than I want to have the truth from you about what happened.
This is a horrible thing with you, child. That's a horrible thing.
I don't even have the ability to do that.
Yes, you do.
Well, it's hard for me to believe you would do a thing like this.
I didn't.
But how many times have you been caught in lies?
I know.
And this is the whole reason why you're on restriction. It's because you're not telling the truth about things. If this woman deserves to have the truth, she deserves it, and you know that.
What?
And don't say whys, Randy John, because why doesn't exist here.
I wasn't at her house.
Randy John, it's across the street. Look at her. Look at her. That's... Look at her face. That's... That's...
Not the tears.
I don't even think like that. I've never seen you hurt anybody, but...
It's kind of like that reality of, oh, I'm finally caught, so I'm going to go and cry. Or he's actually crying because he's like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. Like, he's probably don't know what to do. She just said she'd never seen him hurt anybody. You know, there's always signs. You can, guess you could say the way they act and stuff. I don't know. With this one, I don't know if there was any signs. I don't know about their life or what, harming animals. That's like murder stuff, though. But, kids can hide stuff very well, though, mind you.
What the hell are you doing outside at that time of night? It doesn't make any sense. Do you understand? Ready, John, it doesn't make any sense. There's a million different things you can do. Being outside where you don't belong, and you know you don't belong out there.
I'm sorry, but I'm an outdoorsy person.
You're not an outdoorsy person. You're a sit in front of the TV kind of guy.
When I don't have TV, I'm outside.
Well, I don't know. I hope and pray you did not do this to this woman.
didn't.
I hope and pray. I hope and pray you did not do this. Because this is horrific. This is a human being. And she deserves justice. She does. If this would have happened to your sister, what would you do?
Murder whoever did.
If you know anything about this, Randy John, for her at least, if you care about her, tell the truth. Tell the truth. We've been down that road before where you've been lying about something and you swear up and Randy John, you've lied about stuff before.
Jesse's grandmother leaves the room, and the detectives do most of the talking.
I just got done talking to your mom, and she said that, I mean, you're 14, right? I think every 14-year-old's had some thoughts about what a woman's like and things like that, and I heard that you've been kind of exploring some nudity and pornography. Is that what's going on, man? The thing is, Grandma's got no reason to lie to me, and you have no reason to lie to me about that.
If y'all didn't catch that, let me just go and say what he just said. He just said the grandma, which they're saying mom because he's raised by the grandma, that she said that he was wondering what it's like to be with a woman, looking at nudity, pornography. Teens do that, pre-teen age, it's too young. I would say, cover that stuff up, parental controls, but kids, teenagers find it anyway, and unfortunately this stuff is all over the internet. This stuff is everywhere, and but the thought to like attack somebody, it's like, why would you choose to rape somebody? A 91-year-old woman at that is the and I'm not saying, and don't pick anybody, obviously don't pick nobody, don't rape anybody. I'm just saying it's interesting. It's like, what made him do that? They need to get some child psychologists up in here. Yep, because this one needs to be studied.
Either. That's totally normal and totally fine. So is that something I heard you taking?
That's his dad, not his
Take a
wife.
look at that.
I don't do it on Grandpa's phone. I haven't been able to.
Okay.
So the detectives, as you saw there, tried to make Jesse Stone feel comfortable, like he just made a mistake, so he would open up to them. Eventually, he confesses, saying that he watched pornography on the victim's iPad and then went into her room and assaulted her. His confession is redacted under Florida law, so you won't be able to hear it.
Honestly, Randy John, I
That
feel
makes
like you
sense.
probably wish that this had never happened. Like, I honestly still believe that you never really intended to hurt. Because you care about her.
I don't intend to hurt anyone.
The male detective and Jesse Stone talk extensively about him watching pornography, and Jesse talks very openly and freely about it.
You mind?
Jesse Stone pleaded guilty to the charges back in December. He'll be sentenced next month.
Yeah, this was a serial rapist in the making. You can tell because look, he tried to plan this out. He went there at night. He attacked her in the dark. She didn't even know who it was. Like, he changed his voice and he knew her. That's the scary part. Like, you went to her house many times and she didn't even know it was him. So he snuck in her house, tried to attack her, act like somebody else, did disgusting things, and then lied like crazy. 100% he would have did this again if he got away with it. And then tried to act like a little crybaby kid. Isn't that crazy, y'all? Yeah, rapist in the making. He's already a rapist, but child serial rapist in the making. This is scary. That's just like with child killers. You'd be like, they act so normal, they cry a lot because they don't know what's going on. Even after they murder somebody, they act like they don't know what's going on. But until they hear they're going away, and then it gets serious. But what goes through the mind of kid attackers, teens? He's 15 now. They say, I wonder, what would he get? He would be in the juvenile system until 18, and then I feel like they wouldn't probably no more than 10 years. It's just because I know with kids, they don't do the most. In the comments, people say he deserved to never be let out. Like, that's what they believe. It's interesting when kids attack. You'd be like, why would you do this? You know right from wrong. He knows right from wrong. He looked like he was raised well. Why did he choose her? He knew her. You've seen her many times. It's like, why would you choose her? But it could be a case of he know her whole routine. He knows when she go to sleep. That's so creepy. I don't know why I was thinking like the Santa Claus thing. He knows when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. That's a creepy song. Sorry, y'all. That's just, I was thinking about that. But it could be like that. But yeah, we got a child 14-year-old teenager who raped a 91-year-old woman and then beat her up. He beat her, which, like the woman said, it looked like he tried to catch her while she was sleeping because he beat her and she didn't even know him, so most likely in the dark. Oh, this is scary. Y'all, be safe. Take care of your kids. I can't even say raise your kids right because you could be raised right and he just looked like he looked up stuff and wanted to do it, but at the same time, I feel like he was looking up other stuff because why would he go that route of raping somebody? I don't know. You know, rape is a big thing in this world. It's disgusting. And it's all about wanting something you can't have. That's what this is. And you have men who rape women and women who rape little kids and men that do happen, mind you. The kid thing is happening more and more. By the way, I just seen on the side of this, which I just saved to watch later, a 5th grade teacher who was impregnated by a 12-year-old. I just did one of these, and I'm going to say this, we're going to talk about it next week. I'm so tired of this stuff. It's like, what is this whole thing of wanting something you can't have? It's illegal, it's disgusting, it's grotesque, it's horrific. It's like, just leave and go away and never come back. But what does it mean when the suspect is a teenager, is a kid? They should still be held accountable 110%. He deserves a lengthy sentence. Like, I feel like he would have easily did this again. What are your thoughts on this case? I wanted to see this because I remember having it on my list, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait till they have more evidence, and I didn't know if it was him. And now we know it's him, and he confessed. Yeah, keep your kids off those sites. You know, they find it no matter what. Kids, friends, he said his friends showed him at 10. Oh my God, we are doomed. But you know, you would never really know. I don't know what's going on. I just wanted to see this because I was curious. It's disgusting. Prayers to that woman. Can you imagine your grandma? Oh my God. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay safe, stay aware, stay alert. Once again, I doubt I even want kids now. I don't want kids, don't want to get married. Oh my God, I can't handle this. Anyways, I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.